Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. What's good?
We in the building,
We
baby.
here.
Rally
Mm-hmm.
Radio.
Yeah, man. We are live and direct, kid.
Let's go, man.
Feel good to be back, son.
Yes, sir.
Factory.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Feels good to be in the building, man. Shout to you, man. What a week, what a week, what a week.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was a good week, though. It was a good week, son.
What in the hell consisted of being a good week?
I mean, you did wake up. You did manage to make it to Rally Radio, so
It's a fact,
I
man.
don't know, kid. You let me know then.
Nah, look, that's about as good as it gets. Nah, I'm fronting. But shout to everybody listening, paying attention. You know how we get down. Shout to my dude, Dorian. Don't forget, man.
Mm-hmm.
My man Dorian is an impeccable chef.
Oh, yeah. He gets down.
And
gets
he
down with the get
does,
down.
and
Mhm.
he does do house visits. So
Oh, snap.
if you want something you want to cook up for the lady friend or the male friend, whatever friend you got,
Yeah, whatever you into. Uh-huh.
shout to my guy Dorian. He'll make
Yeah.
it happen for you.
Factory.
He'll make it happen. Nice
Thank you.
chef, nice clean. You know you want to set up something nice for
Mhm.
wifey or for your husband.
Mhm.
He helped set that up, man. Tremendous shout to him. You know how we
Fire.
get down, man.
Fire.
This is Rally Radio. It's the bearded one here.
Mhm.
You know how we get down. It's a lot of things going on right
Mhm.
here, right now. A lot of people are tuning in because I know they see those headlines. And yes,
Mm-hmm.
they want to control your speed nationwide.
Damn.
They're not happy with just New York.
Nah, they not, man. They not. Because they figure like, yo, why would we stop there?
Exactly.
Why would we stop there?
Because we could have everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they looking at it. We don't want that, though. We at Rally Radio, we are going to let you know what's going on. Like I said, shout to everybody listening, paying attention. Bearded one here.
Let's go. S.I. Sean, baby. Let's do it.
And we are in the building. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention. I'm going to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I did, in fact,
Yeah.
have a nice, crazy drive on the way in and out. And you know,
Ooh.
here we go again.
Nice.
You know, a little something, a little craziness if I got to say so myself, right?
Mhm.
So I'm on my way in, and it's like everybody's stuck in slow motion. Have you ever experienced that before?
Yeah, son, it's ridiculous. I was like, actually experiencing that today.
It's like everybody was stuck in slow motion.
I think it's at a certain point in time where they just don't know what to do no more.
Facts.
I think that's exactly what happens, son.
Like they don't know exactly what to do behind the wheel.
Yeah, like I feel like they get to a point. Let's say somebody in front of them is driving slow.
Yes,
So that probably will spin them a little bit like, yo, what do I do now?
exactly.
So, and then, let it be like a rock in the road.
Right.
A little bit more confusion going to happen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to, manage that type of stuff. So, yeah, I think they get lost in the sauce after a while.
Get
son.
lost in the sauce.
And get sleepy. I think people, I'm telling you, I done seen some people sleepy on the road, kid.
And
They
you
just
like this,
fumbling,
like,
son.
what are you doing? You know? So I just let it go, whatever. I'm driving, I'm on my way in, like I said, man. And as I'm pushing it,
Mhm.
I'm starting to notice, like, yo, it's just everywhere you turn around.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, fine. You know, I still find my way around, boom, boom,
Okay,
boom, boom, right?
okay.
But then you get the people that just like to jump in your way for no reason.
Of course. son.
Like, left lane is moving, right?
yeah.
They get into the left lane and slow it down. Those are the people I can't stand. And if you're a driver like that, I don't like you.
Nah, it's a fact.
I'm going to say it right now. I don't like you.
That is a fact.
If you are a driver like that, I can't stand it. Yo, what's going on, kids? Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. We love it. I know it's a little early for y'all, man, 12 o'clock, but we are in the building. And shout to those that are already tuned in, dropping they what's up and they what's rolling. Shout to my guy, Dorian. You know how we get down. But there's a lot going on out here, man. And when I tell you, you won't believe it. They got all kind of stuff going on. We could talk about it all day, which I wish we could. But we limited to 2 hours here, man. We just want to make sure that we get our 2 hours in. It looks like they having a big issue over there in France. Look like they have such a shortage on gas that they cut automotive activities. We're going to talk about that, too, because there we go again. Controlling that supply chain, kid.
Of course. Tell them what you want.
Tell them what you want.
Telling
kid.
you, that's
they controlling that side, that chain, man, that supply chain, kid.
Why not, man? Why not make it a scare, make it out of hand, so people can figure out, okay, you know what? Maybe these EVs is a better way.
Yes. Shout to my guy Draco.
On, son. Let's go, Draco.
Morning coffee, rally radio, and pre-rent shenanigans. That's what I like. Shout to Jessica Grandy. Scam-demic. Yes.
Damn,
yes. That's what it is. It's a scam-demic out here, kid. If you think that they not paying attention, they are. And we're going to start with New York City. But before we get into all of that, how was your week, my dude?
I mean, you know, every time, you know, me and the better one, you know, we be trading articles, and every time I take a glance at them, I be like, this, man, what's going on? Why is it spinning out of control this way? So as far as that concerned, it kind of always jams up my week, like, because I think about the autos, like, man, they keep going this route, these things going to be no more, like, anything auto, you know what I'm saying, motorsports is going to be chopped. So that kind of blows my week a little bit. But you know what, though? I'll go outside to the garage. I get a little bit of royal purple. I put it in my hair. You know what I'm saying? I put it in my tea, and it make me feel a little bit better.
It's a royal purple.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you heard me feel royal purple, baby. But I can't complain, man. You know, I just try to do what I can do, baby. Keep it cool, man. Keep it nice and cool. That's what I try to do. So
that's all you can do, kid. But
you know,
I'll say this, man. So last week we talked about the Ford GT 500 taking its final bow. Well, Ford GT.
Yeah, Ford GT.
Ford GT taking its final bow. And it's like, I'm starting to look around and I'm starting to see this. And I want people to, you know, to tune in, chime in. Give us a call, 516-206-0711. And we're going to talk a little bit deeper today that I wanted to really get into before we start the show.
Okay.
And I happen to have to take my wife, her bag to her job, right?
Let's go.
Now, she does work in the inner city. You know what I mean? She work in the hood. It is what it is, right? And as I'm driving back home, I'm starting to look around myself. And I'm looking around, and I'm looking at some of these neighborhoods, and I'm just like, you know, the neighborhood in particular we talking about, South Side, Queens, you know, but there's other neighborhoods in New York City that are like this. We talking the Bronx, Brooklyn, right? And it's like
the boogie.
It's like it's a place where New York City forgot.
I want to say, yeah, I think forgot is probably, you know, the best way to put that, though. Carry on, man.
So it's like the more I was looking at it, and I'm like, these guys talking about they want to do EV in under 12 years, right? They talking about they want to do EV in New York City. They talking about from here to 2035. They talking about, you know what? We're going to start charging. We're going to have more EVs and more EVs. And I'm thinking to myself, are they even thinking about the hood? Like, how are you going to have EVs in the projects? Straight up, because it's not fair.
Nah, it's really
because
not,
when you
though.
think about it, most people, if you live in a building, even if you don't live in a project, let's say you just live in a building, what are you going to do? How are you going to charge this car every day?
Every night or whatever.
Or every night or whatever you
time,
charge.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're 100% correct about that. It's like, what are they going to do? They're going to put state-of-the-art charging ports in front of the joint when over here we got, how you say we got guns and drugs pumping at 120 miles an hour over there?
This is what I'm saying. It's like it's not fair. It's not
and
fair
better
to
yet,
people.
like you said, people still running, they still running wild oil burners inside there? Like wild
Come
oil
on.
tanks and stuff like that? Like,
We just had a situation where the projects had arsenic in it and the water supply. How does that happen? Right? We just had a situation last year with de Blasio where the heat went in the buildings. And y'all talking about, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. But New York should be ashamed of themselves doing that to people like that.
They should. But you know, the problem is, man, their priorities are not right, though. They can't be right.
I tell you what.
How's that a concern?
I tell you what. After he'll shout the door, he said, "Yo, ass gonna be walking." I mean, that's a fact. If you let them tell it, this is something that we have to do, and it's like, I'm with Toyota on this one. It is what it is if we got to go into the future that way, but do it the right way because we're rushing it and we're putting a rush on it. And for that, I feel like they really don't care about people in the hood. Like, I feel like they, like any inner city.
Nah, I don't think they do. But like we said before, man, I think they already counted them out.
Let's
That's
talk
what it
about
is.
Uber.
Oh, let's go
We
about
talked
Uber.
about that. Now, Uber's talking about after 2025, if your car's not EV, you can't do Uber.
Factory.
How many people do Uber in these rich neighborhoods? They kids? Maybe for 6 months?
Yeah.
You
Word.
got some people out here that's making a full, raising a family off of that.
That's a fact. But you know what though? They not thinking about that part. They're thinking about what you just said. Okay, we know we got people over here who's doing it for about 6 months, so they probably gonna turn around and get something EV. But the ones over here who's actually making it their life to do is gonna have a problem. But they don't care. So it's not about the ones that's really out there hustling doing.
That's
it,
a
so
fact.
It can't be.
It's a fact. Shout to Draco. He said they don't care. I believe they know EV won't work, but they're gonna hype it up. Wow. Until the bottom falls out. Automotive scandemic factory.
I'm telling you, man, it's just weird how, and it really bothers me how this shot into effect so fast.
Right.
And like you said, we go to the inner cities and all that, and they hurt.
But it don't make sense. It's like, yo,
No,
when
it
I
do.
see it, it's like
Mm-hmm.
it just goes to show y'all gotta really go to the polls in November.
Factories. Huh?
I mean, listen, we're not here to talk politics, even though politics is bleeding into the automotive world
Yeah.
every day. Because another Rally Radio listener approached me, and they was like, yo, y'all talk a lot about politics and autos. And I said, it's because they intertwine in the worlds right now to the point where we have to. At one point, politics didn't really play a part in the car that you was going to buy. Now it does. Now it's like, you know what? We won't sell this anymore because the government won't allow it. That is why every day when we come in here, a lot of times we have politics on our mind. So the more I drove through there, I just want people to remember that your vote counts.
Yeah.
In your neighborhood, your vote counts. Don't think nobody's listening or looking because they can't sham it. At the end of the day,
Son.
if it's yo, she said tinfoil hat time. You know what it is, because it's definitely gonna, the midterms are definitely gonna be interesting from an automotive perspective. Shout to, you know why?
Why is that?
Because the people that are in office right now want to do this. Whereas if they're voted out,
Yeah.
it puts a pause on it. It make when it's a little bit more even.
Yeah, but man, with that is enough of us gotta, like you said, gotta hit the polls though and do it. Wow. Do it correctly.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like, we being lost and forgotten. We being lost and forgotten.
I think-
And all they thinking about is what they can make off of you. Think about the median price of a car. And when I drove through the hood, right, I just was looking at the cars.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hoopties in the hood. And it's not a knock. I'm not knocking that. I'm not saying like, oh, God. No. What is that telling you? That the price of cars are so high
Yeah.
that they really can't afford it, and the prices are going up, and now you're gonna force me to have a certain car, or you're gonna force me on public transportation?
That's a fact. That's a fact, son. You right.
This is where we are right now, and it's like we gotta start thinking about this stuff, man. When we get in these booths and we color these Scantron sheets.
But but that also comes with, we got to start demanding after the fact, though. We can't just sit back and let them, we think or we assume they're going to do the right thing. We got to start calling shots. We have to.
It's a fact, bro.
Because if we don't, it's the same thing is going to continue. It's going to carry on, son.
That's a fact, man.
I'm telling you, B, we got to demand more.
It's a fact. For those that are listening, paying attention, don't forget we are on YouTube Live right now as well. You could tune in live on YouTube. Same show you're going to see here at Facebook, but you can tune in live on YouTube. We can see you there as well. But I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to really, really, put my opinion out there that, we got to make sure we not forgotten because this is our kids. I understand if you feel the world got to change, but let's change gradually. And not only that, let's change where everybody can keep up with the change.
Yeah, but I'm under the impression it's not about everybody able to keep up with the change.
It's not.
It's not about that, son.
It's really not.
Well, it should be. They should be able to. Because I think about it like this. Like, how good would it be if everybody could, contribute something positive?
Right.
You put them in a better place so they could think better.
Right.
Just imagine what problems could be solved.
I'm telling you. You'd be shocked.
Man.
You'd be shocked. And like I said, just looking around, you can see we not ready. I'm telling you.
Collectively, you might. No way.
Even just these neighborhoods, they not ready. And it's not fair. Because then what they do is they come in there, they build up the neighborhood, and then price you out.
Absolutely.
I don't know. It's just sad. But we're going to get right into this Rally Radio. Like I said, just wanted to share my thoughts about that. Something I had seen, but we're going to move it right along, kid. You know how we get down, man. You got anything you want to say, kid?
Yeah, man, I just want to say, man, everybody out there, just stay cool, do what you got to do, and just think about, you know what I'm saying, the good that could be done if you actually go out there and vote, and then after the vote, we still making movements, because this has to change.
It has to change.
It has to.
Has to change. But in the meantime, we are here. Rally Radio, we in the building.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got no more to say. We're going to jump right into the show. So with that being said, you ready to do this?
Let's go, kid.
Here we go. Now, they tuned in last week. What did they get for us, kid? Give us a little recap. What you got for us today?
All right, cool. I got a little recap for y'all for last week. Check this one out, though. GMC Hummer breaks down in traffic. Oh, man. First off, this is the GMC Hummer, the electrification one.
Yes.
The big 11,000 pounder. You know what I'm saying? The rocket shit.
It's the book bag.
I'm going to tell them how it gets bad, though. So once this thing breaks down, though, it's really broken down.
Completely brick.
So here's the thing. Like, only way it can move, once again, to that certain state is something called a tow mode. And if tow mode is not enabled, that thing will stay exactly where it's at.
Happy Saturday out there too, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Word.
And that to me is actually ridiculous. Like, so you had the father out there lost. His son had to tell him, "Yo, Dad, open the manual, man," and still couldn't get it together. So they had to do like a cheat code out of Grand Theft Auto to get the joint back on.
So here's my problem with that. That's hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
How the hell are you gonna not even know how to use? Like, come on, bro. First off, right, and this is the difference. They got people buying computers with wheels,
and that's what we said. Like, people not ready for that though. Like
no,
you said
they're
before,
not.
people don't even know how to use cell phones. You know what I'm saying? At a certain age.
Facts.
TVs now, because them joints is like computers.
Facts.
Actual computers. So you trying to tell me you want me to buy a $125,000 computer that I really can't operate?
And I'm gonna sit there and be looking at it like this. I don't know what is that?
And it's another thing how we said from last week. Like, whatever you think you know about vehicles, scrap it.
Right? Because this is not that.
This ain't that, son. This ain't 1 + 2. This is something completely different.
Yo, you get there, you be like, yo, okay, it's not starting. Pop the hood. Pop the hood. Ain't nothing but luggage in there. Oh, boy.
He said it's not, but look, he said, yo, did you see him rub his hands?
Like, pop the hood.
I got this.
I got this.
Son, all you see is, wow, how you say, all you see is that lightning bolt shooting back and forth from the Wraith. That's it, son.
Like, that's it. You're done off. And that's why I say, man, it's hilarious, like what they doing. What else you got for us?
Man, it just bothers me because we think we so ready for like this advancement, and it's just not the case, kid. So another good one from last week. So in California, this guy had a Hyundai Elantra N.
Yes.
Got a ticket, exhaust ticket, talking about his vehicle was too loud. All the while he had a stock exhaust on there. How you gonna fix the stock exhaust?
Hold up.
It's the understeer.
Couldn't wait. We tried to wait it out, couldn't wait.
But I'm realizing, that cop, just the problem, man. When these cops and stuff have a bad day, son, they try to make everybody day a bad day. Because how, like, I'm genuinely telling you, like, yo, this thing is not what you think it is.
It's a fact.
And you telling me I can't even drive it no more after I get it inspected, and they telling me, and they telling y'all, this is a stock.
They're like, no, you can't have that, sir. You're like, what?
Is that, son?
Telling you.
That's like.
But they doing it, and they getting away with it.
But that's my thing, like, how are they getting away with it, like it's okay, son?
Nobody's stopping them.
I'm telling you, man, this is exactly why we got to get different people, making calls, because at this rate, son,
we be jammed up.
We're going to be on scooters.
But this is why I say, man, we got to make sure we doing what we got to do. You got to get to that vote, got to get to that poll.
Nah, you actually really do. Hey, not that poll, though. It's a family
Pause.
show. You know what I'm saying?
Both ways.
It's a family show.
Yo.
Factory, man. I just find that ridiculous, kid. So all y'all out there with the cool cars, the cool stock exhausts, be careful, man. Pay attention what y'all doing. Don't hit the two-step at the lights. That's not happening no more. We gotta let that one go.
Facts. Don't do it.
Kid.
What else you got for us, kid?
I got another good one, son. How about some speed cameras generated $32 million?
Wait, hold on, because we're gonna stop the music
wait,
for that one.
Wait
One more time, please.
Yo, them New York City speed cameras generated 32 million.
The dollars.
Damn.
32 million.
And then we turn around and ask you, what are they gonna do with that dough?
Oh, you know what they're gonna do with it?
Nah.
They're gonna.
It's the understeer.
They're gonna brick that because it's an understeer, baby.
You know
they
they gonna plank.
Scamdemic. They out here robbing, stealing.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about here, man.
It is nasty work, man. They generating all this money from us purposely. Like, they know what they doing.
Yep.
And you think they ever gonna stop?
No. Let me ask you a question. If you could go to a brick like Mario and hit it and the coin come out, would you stop hitting that brick?
And the coins gonna come out every trip?
Yeah.
Nah, I can't stop.
You know what's gonna happen. You know that's why Mario turns it into a metal object after they like yo because they'll never stop. You're like
Yeah,
bling,
son.
bling, 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 bling. They gonna keep hitting this brick, son. Shout to the bearded one for the analogy. If you ain't playing Nintendo, you playing yourself.
But that's like, come on, son. They gonna keep hitting the brick on us though like that? Like, damn, son.
Wow. He said, on my way home from work at 11 o'clock at night on Linden Boulevard, blinded by all the speed cameras and red light cameras all the way home.
Damn, son.
This is what, I took, me and my wife drove last night. We had to take Atlantic Avenue.
Okay.
Speed camera ahead. Speed camera ahead. I said, son, you can't even hit the gas long enough to get to 25 to get behind the next speed camera. So trust me when I tell you, it's on, y'all. It's on. But the bearded one and S.I. Sean, we gonna bring y'all a couple things in the next couple episodes that's gonna help you combat those red light, them speed cameras. Cause you know why?
Yeah.
We here for the people. That's
a fact, man. That's 100%
let's go,
right
man.
there,
You know what I'm
kid.
saying? But with that being said, if you ain't got any more, I'm ready to get into the show. You ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it, kid.
All right, here we go. Let's go, y'all.
Weekly facts. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rally Radio.
All right, we are in the building. Now, y'all know how we get down, man. Don't forget you can call up 516-206-0711.
Let's go.
First thing we're going to talk about here, kid. New York State wants to control your speed through GPS.
Damn, son.
Here we go, y'all. They ready for it. And you know what's the crazy part about it? Everybody has GPS now. Your phone has GPS. Your watch has GPS. Your car has GPS.
Your sneaker got GPS.
You never know.
Headphones got GPS.
All of that. You want
Come
to
on,
track it
son.
and find it? Now they're going to use it against you. And just don't forget, you heard it here first on Rally Radio. Now, we talked about this about a couple episodes back.
Yeah.
That New York was putting speed limiters on some of their cars that they will be having to use for city business.
That makes sense.
So DOT cars and stuff like that, they're going to start doing that. So check this out. In New York State, they have started putting a feature in the car that would limit how fast you can go. It will literally stop the car from going any faster to avoid going over the speed limit. How could this happen?
Yo, I'm lost, bro.
Go ahead.
I'm lost. So if the speed limit is 25
This GPS tracker is going to know that it's 25 miles an hour on that road,
in that zone,
and it's going to slow you down. You're going to go to 30, going to bring you back down to 20.
yo, I ain't gonna hold you. So there was a little incident, you know what I'm saying, around my neighborhood, right, involving somebody speeding. My problem is what I'm coming to realize: people can't even speed correctly, though.
Right.
That's the whole problem. So it's like a friend or foe type of thing. It's more so leaning towards a foe. But what I'm trying to say is like, we make it worse, yo. We don't know how to speed right.
No, no, and I believe that's what they want us to think. I think ultimately they want, look, it's about our safety. People don't know what they're doing.
I think people don't know what they're doing, kid. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yo, in all honesty though, son,
Yeah.
what happens when something else gets involved? They've been plotting this for about 30 years. And
I agree with you. I agree with you though, but I think some things could be, you know what I'm saying, don't have to happen. Like, you don't got to hit somebody with the V because you speed.
Yeah, but all right. So I'll give you a prime example, right? Cats don't know what they're doing behind the wheel.
100%.
Why not punish those cats?
Because what fun is that when we can make everybody suffer versus just one?
And this is my problem. That's why we here talking about it. Because at the end of the day, they could easily be like, you know what, punishable by whatever. You do this. And people will learn by the heavy punishment. Now they want to control you. That's different.
I think it's more so of like, of a muscle flex. I think that's what it really is.
Nah,
You're trying to showcase the muscle.
This is more than a muscle flex.
Oh, well? No?
They lifting weights. They look like this now. This ain't a flex.
Oh, snap.
Nah, they look like this.
So they
just
can be
ripped.
regular. Okay, all right, get
Ain't
what
no
you're
way
saying.
around. So it says the new feature is a GPS that pinpoints where you are. It knows the speed limit, so the feature will literally not let you go over the speed limit. Now, I'm sure everybody that's listening is like, yo, what if I got an emergency?
But wait, though. I got one better than that. Keep that same train of thought, right? So let's just say this on new vehicles, right? What about the current vehicles that have GPS and everything like that already, or some type of, type of equipment inside the vehicle that the manufacturers could send to your joint.
How about
enable you?
How about the manufacturers not doing it? How about New York mandating you to do it?
This is what I mean.
And they're mandating you to pick up the charge on it.
This is what I'm talking about.
This is where we going. So now,
Carry on.
if you have an emergency, you like, yo, let's say your wife is pregnant, about to have a baby, you need to run, you need to speed off. They have a button that you can press that'll allow you to do over the speed limit for 15 seconds.
Yo.
You could go over the speed limit for 15 seconds.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
It's like when you get the star in Mario.
Yeah, son.
You get that little 10 seconds
Yeah.
and you just
Little
invincible.
boost, yeah.
Like after that, you run out.
Yo, I'll tell you this much, son. If you don't got something like an SI better, you in trouble.
And not for nothing, this is
in
deterring
trouble.
me from even getting a brand new car.
First off, better than that, I don't want nothing. You got a point, kid, because what happened when it was simpler, son? Yo, they really trying to control every part of our lives. Y'all pay attention. son.
Right. And
Pay
it's
attention.
really happening. So now it is not mandatory in New York State, but the National Transportation Safety Board is trying to get car makers to add the feature. And this is according to CNN. They trying to get this feature put on, and New York State is trying to headline it because they're currently testing the feature on 50 government cars. Now, those are the cars that I was telling you about.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, right? I feel like the automakers, right? They gonna hold it up until they figure out who gonna pay for it.
Okay, so you ready for this?
Let's go.
Now it looks like the government is going to incentivize this.
Here we go.
So now we're going to give the automakers more money if they put this in the cars.
So here's the thing: you're gonna have a couple automakers like Toyota, who's probably not gonna do it. Probably not gonna do it.
Toyota probably won't do it.
Mhm.
Porsche probably won't
Nah.
do it.
Nah.
And that's about it.
I
If you driving anything else, good luck to you now.
That's a fact. I think everybody or most of them are going to fold to that because we don't got to pay for it. Sure.
Listen, if they incentivize it,
But
right?
wait, though, what does this mean for like the performance cars?
That's it.
Yo.
That they have officially got rid of performance cars going forward if this is what they do.
Damn, son. Damn, kid.
Yo, yes, they are spearheading something that's a privacy concern. And Rally Radio, we've been talking about this for 2 years. This is our 99th episode.
Let's go.
We've been doing this for 2 years. Next week, matter of fact, to tell you the truth, in 2 days, that's really the 2-year anniversary, October 17th. That was
Let's
our first
go.
episode.
Yeah, let's go.
But next week is going to be our 100th episode. We've been bringing this up for months.
For a minute now, y'all. For a minute now, minute more.
The more I look at it,
Yeah.
it's like they've been. Uh-oh.
Okay. Who we got?
Let's see what we got. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Yo, Big J in the building?
Yo, Jay, what it is? Jay,
Going
what
on,
it
kid?
is?
Man, not much, man. Shoot, I'm just listening to you guys talk about that, what is it called? I guess that speed tracker from the government and whatnot.
Yo, so I think the kicker about it is that we just want to reiterate to the people is that this thing is going to control your speed of your car.
Damn.
Wherever,
You know
whatever.
that's nothing.
Go ahead, Jay.
Oh, so to say, that is absolutely nothing new. That's been in Europe. Well, they started it in Europe, mainly in the UK first, but it has varying results, honestly, and it's only for like brand new cars.
So if it's only for brand new cars, what happens when you buy that 700 horsepower Hellcat? That's why they got rid of it. Now it's making sense why they like, yo,
we're not gonna produce
it. It don't make sense. Let's keep making it.
If we got to do that to it now, it's like
basically at this point in time, I honestly, I don't know, you probably gonna get like maybe like you're gonna go from 700 to maybe like 7.
Said 7.
700 to 7.
You know, just on a starter motor, but that's about it.
And see what I want people to remember is, right, speed. It's not the speed that really kills, it's the indecision.
Nah, that's a fact. Absolutely. Speed don't kill, son. It's not that.
It's the indecision of it.
It's the lack of,
Because you can get somebody speed limit could be 25 miles an hour, but what if you make a left-hand turn on a red light?
Factory.
Exactly.
That can happen. Accidents are going to happen. You put people and wheels together, the insurance goes up. I don't care what you do. If you on roller skates, you dangerous.
That's a fact. If you on roller skates, you got to get that joint insured. Trust and believe it's going to go up, son.
Come on, son.
But here's the thing.
But now, my question is now, what happens to motorcycles now? I mean, you being a part of the bike culture, you know that it's coming for y'all, too.
Those joints is about to be, those about to be in the wind, too, son. Those is about to be in the wind, kid.
So, all right. You know what I think is going to happen with motorcycles? Because I'm going to tell you, I believe motorcycles are going to be the last hurrah. There's not going to be no room for cars, but it's going to be room for bikes. And you know why? Because ultimately, the motorcycle companies, motorcycles have not really been making that kind of noise in the papers.
Nah, they haven't.
You don't see them having closed-off takeover events. You don't see that from them too much.
Yeah.
You may see them come through, they get their little speed on in the area and everything like that, and they don't care because they're like, they're speeding, there's one person dying. But once they do this, then we can see them concentrating on the bikes. But by that time, if you ain't by that time, I'll probably be 65, 70 years old. But I just think that it's crazy that they want to slow people down like this in the car. But in motorcycle terms, you could go all the way back to cafe races.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they just going to have a hard time. Like, think about that. You can have, 4 motorcycles for one car.
That's a fact. That's a fact, son. In a quarter of the space.
Yep.
But see, my whole thing of it is, because I'm also looking at the opposite about it. As much as they want to push it, I doubt automakers will stick to it just because it will 100% affect sales.
That's not true.
Now you gotta think, right? Us as Americans, right? We have our thing. We want to have our privacy. Essentially, what you're putting out there is that this car has to be fully active, and they gotta watch you at all times. And you gotta think
you think the government has a problem with that?
Not even a little.
You think the government has a problem watching you at all times? Hell no.
Oh no, that's not exactly. But then, you try to tell the average consumer, oh yeah. So let's say, for example, this 700 horsepower Hellcat, you're only gonna get maybe you're going to pull it out in first gear, and that's about it.
Well, they did it. Remember when if you didn't program the alarm, you'd only get 3 horsepower. With the Hellcat, it comes with 2 keys. It comes with a red key and a black key. So they showing you that we can dial your power down at any time.
Yeah, factory. Yep.
I don't know. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what. Jay,
it's more of an incentive to keep your car.
Say it again, please.
Yeah, it's an incentive. It pays you to keep your older car.
Here's the real deal. Here's the real deal, right? People are gonna buy it because people are gonna buy new cars, and you got people who's on board with this and people who don't. You have more people on board because they on board with trying to live forever in safety. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
At the end of the day, they're going to do it. And the fact that they're incentivizing, I keep getting that wrong, incentivizing it, automakers really going to do it. You know why? Because the same thing happened with EV.
Yeah.
They turned around and tried to make every car electric because you know why? The government's giving you more money if you do it.
Yeah, they're going to pay. They're going to pay. If you're going to pay, what you going to do? You're going to go do what you do then if you ain't going to pay for it, right?
Right. But then at the same time, it's look at the end results with that though. So even Toyota's not even immune from the whole EV quality control with that that new truck with the wheels falling off of it, or
right. They not you got 1,000 like things that the automakers that they're gonna do to the automakers.
Yeah.
And when Rally Radio first started, the first thing we talked about was the Volvo CEO saying that the only way electric cars are gonna happen is if the government gets involved.
Damn.
And as soon as he said that, next thing you know, we reporting
kid.
government's cracking down on this, cracking down on that.
Yep.
And
EPA this, EPA that.
EPA this and that. And this guy Booty Cake is all through it.
Yeah, Booty Cake is wilding, man.
He's wilding.
Yeah, right. But they also got a thing like Rudy Case is also from like what's it called, like San Francisco, I think it is. Yeah, he's basically from like Silicon Valley. So he looks at this and doesn't look at it in the terms of an automotive engineering standpoint. He's looking at it as, oh, cool, I can have technology at my fingertips no matter where I go. You know, as they want to call it, a rolling iPhone.
And remember, the government's purpose is control.
That's all they
Exactly.
The government's purpose is control. I'm sorry. It's just like now you can see what, like, at the end of the day, it's quality control for them. Oh, people are dying. More people are dying from smoking cigarettes. They ain't doing jack about that, right? And matter of fact, they legalized marijuana here. Yeah. Smoke war.
Smoking
It's like suddenly it's convenient that now people are dying left and right from automotive accidents all of a sudden, and it's like you said, it's straight up just the control. And the sad part about the whole entire thing is that, and this is why I posted up that question that I posted up the other day.
Yes.
Because of the way the control is going, does this kill everyone's interest in the automotive industry?
I tell you what, like, and that's a good question, and I'll answer it, and then S.R. Sean, you can answer it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't kill my interest in it because I still feel the same way when I hear exhaust down the street. Mm-hmm. I still feel the same way when I pull up to a car meet and there's cars there. I still feel the same way when I see a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, when I see a really clean or even a clapped out Civic. Boy,
right?
Yeah,
I get excited.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what they are doing is making me pay attention to them more. Because now I'm starting to see all the stuff that they doing is really it's for control.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
100%.
And then by the end of the day, like I said, like it is like you guys said, even though we, shouldn't have to talk about, politics on it like that, but in reality, with the midterms the way they're about to turn out, it's gonna heavily affect if you're a car person in general, you're gonna look at those midterms a lot closer nowadays.
Yeah, you got to.
100%.
Not only that, even if you pass a car person, like if you think about it, a lot of hobbies are on the line. A lot of stuff. It's like that's why I just don't understand. Like I don't understand. Like when did we do this? Like when did we start doing this?
It just spun out of control a couple months ago. It just started going left, son, and just didn't stop.
Super.
It didn't stop, son.
Duper left.
And then like the same part about it is it's like when you bring up hobbies, right? Even food trucks. So what a lot of people don't know, like even unfortunately out in California, they're trying to put a ban on generators.
Yeah.
Essentially they're trying to put the push the narrative of, oh well, this is creating greenhouse emissions. But then, only 200 miles away that there's like farms with like tons of cows producing like greenhouse gases and other factories producing basically producing electricity,
Well, Jay, not only that, they want to ban gas stoves.
Yeah,
Gas stoves.
Yeah, it's about to get ugly.
They said, look, if you're making a building now, we want electric stoves. We want electric heat.
Damn.
They want electric everything, son. They are not playing.
Well, here's the hilarious part about that. Like, try explaining that to a landlord in the Bronx, basically. Right. Where, generally speaking, most of the buildings are old.
Say
Even
it again.
in Brooklyn, most of the buildings are old. You still rely on gas.
Jay, they rely on oil, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
They rely on oil. Imagine that. Now, I'll give you a prime example, right? There's a place in, I believe there's a Chinatown in Cali. I believe it's in San Francisco?
Right.
And what they try, word Booty K is from Middle America. Good looking on that one, Phil.
Oh, okay.
So apparently, you know how they use the high fire to cook with the wok?
Right.
Yeah,
They're trying to ban that.
of course.
So now they got to use How do they cook? Yo, how do you
gonna
make Chinese food?
So how you gonna walk it with electricity? Come on, son. That's the whole point of the walk.
They're not
But then
playing,
it's crazy because you're essentially just saying we're gonna ban fire. Okay, cool. You're gonna ban fire.
You say you want to ban fire now. Rally radio.
Prometheus to
In
the
wrong
front.
places in California where we're a fireball every 6 months.
Yo, kid, they doing all of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yet they have one of the worst grids in America.
Yeah.
Could we get a brick on that one?
He's taking a hot L for that one.
They get the one more time.
Listen. We're the state of understeer.
The state, like, how are you? And then they forcing people to do it. That's why I'm like, yo, you know what? In New York, and here goes New York, the little brother. I'll do it too. Brick.
Yeah, it's funny. Like the fact that they're testing it in New York of all places, and mind you, it's not even directly in the city. It's like upstate, which makes no sense.
Facts. So we just got to look at it, and we got to say to ourselves, get ready, because it's happening, and it's happening fast. It's happening fast. Damn. It is happening
like I
fast.
said, like hold on to your classics because I guarantee you will not. They're gonna come for that next.
Oh, remember they said, oh, classic automobiles are dangerous.
Oh yeah, son. Yep.
They not playing.
Nah, not even a little bit.
They said classic.
Yeah.
They said most people kill themselves in classic cars because they don't have all the safety features that other regular cars have.
Yeah,
so we want to move to ban classic cars.
And then it's funny because in that same breath they'll say that, but then they'll say that, but then still get escorted around in like a 2012 Denali. Like, go on, what are we talking about here?
Or how about this? Imagine how many people would lose wealth behind classic cars being destroyed.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like,
Think about Ferrari collector. Yeah, no, your collection's no good.
Your collection is to the government now. Give us that. Could you imagine Monterey?
Oh man, son.
Pebble Beach?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what kind of cars are being sold out there for millions? How many dudes just spent $20 million on a Shelby Cobra?
Damn.
Oh yeah, it's not worth it anymore. Yeah, we need that. The government needs that.
Okay, then they gonna turn around and sell it to the highest bidder though. Come on.
They
son.
gonna They're gonna turn around and give it to a sheik in Istanbul. Yo, Jay, you already know we not the happiest campers when we start talking reckless.
Oh no, listen, I'm right there with y'all because I mean, like, it makes no sense. Make it make sense.
And you know what? I've come to the conclusion that as long as nobody challenges these guys, they will do what they want to do when they want to do it. And like I said, we're not a political show.
Nope.
But politics is tying into automotive culture and like it never has.
Yeah, for real.
Oh
like it never has before. And go ahead, Jay.
Oh no, go ahead. No, sorry.
And I'm looking at it like it's just one of those kind of things that if we don't do anything about it, it's gonna be this.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be in your home. Damn. Hey, you know what? We're gonna need you to sit down and eat dinner at 7:00 every day.
Yo. And then after that, we need you to digest and get ready to go to sleep.
That's it.
We don't want to
Hey,
hear
what
nothing
you doing?
about it.
It's 10 o'clock. It's past your bedtime. What you doing right now?
Yo, you see it come on it's 10:00. Do you know where your children are? They're gonna be like, it's 10:00. It's time for bed. Boy.
Man.
Turn that TV off, y'all. Turn that TV off.
I'm just trying to figure out how you're going to try to sell like a chicken spot. Hey, listen, y'all got to do something else now.
Damn, son. I mean,
You go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and they're going to tell you, yo, this like your chicken's illegal right now. It's made with fire.
Yo, shout to Phil.
Damn.
They dead serious though, Phil. He said gas stoves. He said gas is used for stoves and houses is clean burning. It's cleaner than using dirty power plants to make electricity. We know. And that's the crazy part. It's like, yo, they thinking about like, oh, use gas. Like we don't want you using gas. What you gonna do with natural gas then? I don't understand. Like,
no, they're going to do something with it. They're going to find something to do with it, son. They're not going to let it be.
how many people own grills? I own a grill. You own a grill. Propane grill too.
Yeah, factory.
Hey, listen, you know who we need to talk to about this?
Who?
Freaking Hank Hill.
Hank Hill.
Trying to sell you that post-paid accessory, baby.
Yes. Yeah, yo, I could only imagine what it would be like if we could only cook outside on the grill on electric. I got one more time, man.
It's the understeer.
Yeah.
They getting the understeer from me. I'm sorry. This is silly.
Listen, listen. We're the understeer of the state.
That's a fact.
That is our title.
That's a fact. Yo, Phil. I mean, not Phil. Jay. We got a whole bunch more for you, kid.
Factory.
We might have
Cool.
to. We might be doing a little preemptive, quick get together tomorrow, man. Like towards the evening though, by Jones Beach. I'm debating that right now. I think it's supposed to be nice. I wasn't sure how the weather was gonna play out, but today is beautiful.
Nah, today is rather nice out there.
It is rather nice. I guess just keep the car clean just in case. If you the car's still here.
Yeah, it's in the yard right now.
All right, copy that. Well, look, keep us up. We definitely gonna put it in the group. I may just go out for an impromptu photo shoot that I would like everybody to come out to.
Let's go.
You know. But with that being said, Jay, we gonna move it in. Appreciate the phone call. We gonna move on with the
100%.
show.
Of course. Oh, wait, one more thing. Did you guys see that whole thing with the Hummer?
Oh, with the $6,100 tail lights.
That and the fact that the what's it called? They spotted another one broke down, and it's like brand new at like less than like 100 miles on it.
Oh yeah, just like the one from last week. That joint had less than like 200 miles on it. Yeah. They had it again.
Hold up, because I think there's one sound effect that like gets all of this right. In the middle of traffic like this.
Yo. Mind you know they spending a pretty penny on them joints too.
Yeah, they're 125.
Listen for a $6,000 teller, they best the hell better be.
Word up. Shout to my guy Rich. I see you checking in, kid. And Rich is a bike guy. He's a motorcycle cat.
Yeah.
He been riding for a long time now. Wait till they turn these motorcycles EV, Rich. You better stay with what you got, kid.
Damn, son.
Oh boy.
They did it with Harley already.
What?
Yeah, look it up. There's a Harley Davidson EV.
What? Well, Harley is an American company.
Of course, they gonna do it no problem.
What did we expect them to do? They was like this.
They couldn't wait.
Actually, they're Chinese now.
Damn. Well,
Wow.
so much for that.
Damn.
So much for that.
God.
Well, yo, Jay, give us a holler, kid. We gonna jump right in. We got way more show for you.
Of course, you know I'm here.
Let's go. Oh, and I saw the cat, man. My condolences.
Yeah. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah. Thank y'all so much, y'all. Appreciate it, man.
Yo, take it easy out there, kid.
Of course.
All right, peace. Later. Well, Harley, you just got crossed off the list.
It's suicide.
You are now gone. But that's just something to think about, man. We're going to move right on. We got a whole bunch more topics for y'all right here. Again,
Yeah.
Jay, you just got off the phone, and we got more news for you.
Factory.
It looks like California is making the digital license plate legal for everyone.
Damn. Oh damn.
The digital license plate. That's what they doing.
So they not playing, B.
The digital license plate, son.
The pilot program is over, son. It's a
That's
wrap.
it. And it's opening to the masses. California is going to be the first state to was the first state to begin the pilot program for digital license plates. Now, we talked about this before on Rally Radio where they're going to have digital license plates.
Yep.
And the license plates are pretty much going to flash.
If you got problems going on with your registration, insurance, anything that is like being able to be recorded, your inspection, you got problems, baby.
And a lot of people was like, oh, I'd be okay with that because there's times where I don't know that my own inspection is up in my registration.
Yo, you know
Okay.
what? You know what's funny you say that? Because they're going to have a problem with it when they get pulled over with it, though. Like,
'Cause-
damn, fam.
Because that's really what it's going to come down to, son.
Come on. Son.
Oh, sir. Your car is flashing red and white. Do you own this?
Yeah, right? Come
Okay,
on,
cool,
son.
because we're going to lock you up for driving around with no inspection.
On top of that,
Moron.
I'm telling you, man, it's all, everything is all good until it affects you.
That's a fact. So, it says it is now going to be legal for everyone in the state of California to have a digital license plate. Your options for purchasing a digital license plate are limited to just one company, Reviver. As of today, Reviver, that approximately 10,000 California cars are running around with its plates as part of the pilot program. That number will undoubtedly increase as the word gets around about the new law passing that allows anybody to purchase the item. In case you haven't seen or heard of digital license plates from Reviver before, know that they use a monochromatic HD display that can be swapped between light or dark modes. They're battery powered. Reviver claims a 5-year battery life, but if you're a commercial driver, Reviver offers a hardwired solution that uses power from the vehicle's 12-volt battery. This is crazy. Why wouldn't you want one?
They talking about the aesthetics of it, man.
So it looks like cats is buying it. They said, yo, as long as I don't need a front license plate, I'm good with that. But then again, there's guys with temp tags that expire like milk in 2020. Damn. Hack City. That's what I'm saying. Hack City.
Damn, kid.
Kid, what is it to go buy a digital picture frame and just put this on your digital picture frame and hardwire it to your car? They say the bearded one don't think much. What you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
Yo, this is ridiculous, though, B. I must say, son. Damn, son.
They are dead serious. They are dead serious. And now you got to say to yourself, right? We're talking about digital license plates. We already know. If you have a digital license plate and I hack, now I can just hack your license plate to make it look like it's mine.
That's true.
Oh, boy, we got a caller. Rally Radio, who we got in the box?
Yeah, what up, man? It's Phil, man. Listen, man, I'm here doing y'all jobs for you, B.
Yo.
Giving y'all talking points for next week's show.
Let's go.
Let us know. What you got for us, Phil?
Hey, yo, man. If you look on the page, you see I just posted yet another video of California taking a big fat L for pulling over, and you're gonna like this one. You're gonna like this one, baby. Pulling over a stock Hellcat.
What?
And giving him a state rep ticket because the car's too loud.
Damn, son.
And mind you, the
To do you
Hellcat.
one better. To do you one better. Hold up. I'm not there. The cop then proceeds to tell the man behind the wheel, yo, I noticed he's driving with the red key.
Oh,
The red key is for track use only,
what?
and it opens up the exhaust.
Damn, son.
Wait, are you serious, kid?
Oh, I'm serious, bro. You can watch the video. I posted it.
Hold on, man.
Said I'm noticing you rocking that red key.
He's
Damn.
rocking the red key.
Yo, California is
The
wow.
and the owner of the vehicle is like, sir, the red key does absolutely nothing to the exhaust. And eventually just acted. That's it. I'm gonna let y'all watch it. It's another L for Cali. I don't understand what's up with these cops, and they must all be having a bad day.
Telling you, son.
Well, I tell you what, Phil, they wrote 823 citations in the past 2 weeks for takeovers. 823, and I'm guaranteeing this is one of them. Why? So they pulling
probably
people.
lumped it in with that, but it looked like a regular traffic. Listen, I don't know how people live in California and claim that Cali is. Yo,
They claim it's it. I don't get it.
Yo,
son.
they say the
That's
same
big
thing
day.
about New York.
I wish him good luck because he seems to be of the belief that cops leave V8s alone. Cops do not leave V8s alone.
Hell no. They look at them, they be like, oh, they go right there. Get them.
Damn.
But you
son.
know what? All right. So I'm glad you even brought that up because California is bricking right now. They laying up with no basket. They like this, boo, boo. They hitting the square and all that. The problem is, right?
Oh, they're 0 for 30.
They 0 for 30. How are you pulling? First off, right? He didn't pull him over because of the exhaust. He pulled him over because of the car.
Yep.
Let's go
I
there.
think
Yeah,
so.
100%.
Let's go there because now that's harassment, right?
100%.
So now you pull him over for the car, and when you tell him to rev the car for whatever reason, because I can guarantee that this Hellcat, even if it's manual, when he saw them lights come on, he didn't just rev this car.
Nah.
He pulled it over, right?
Yeah.
So now you tell him to rev the car, and first off, how do you know he's even using the red key? Remember, these keys don't go into the ignition. I can have the red key in my pocket and still be using the black key. Moron. He's a moron for that. But instead of that, he writes him a ticket for a stock exhaust. He writes him a ticket that he know he can't win.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? New York was doing that for a little while too. Shout to everybody that's in New York, whoever got an exhaust ticket. They was pulling cars over if you look like you got an exhaust.
Factory.
There was a point where the
remember
EPA, you remember that? Oh yeah, of course you do. I know you do. There was a point where the EPA wanted to charge you $1,200 for having a modified exhaust on your car or your motorcycle.
Yeah, son.
They was pulling me over without a state plate. I'm looking at them, they looking at me. I'm like, sir, I don't live here. Oh, well, your car's too loud. Well, sir, I don't live here. It's legal where I live. Well, it has to be, your car has to be legal. Your car has to be legal. Your car has to follow local laws. It has to be legal wherever it's driving. I'm like, sir, do you realize how stupid you sound right now?
Damn.
Do you realize how stupid you sound right now? So you telling me I'm coming from Pennsylvania to New York, I have to legalize my car for New York roads? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
How about this? The locals don't even follow the local laws, idiot.
Exactly.
The locals don't even follow the local laws, kid.
That's real. That's real.
I just look at this whole thing, kid. It's a brick. I'm telling you. It's so much going on out here, Phil. California's the last. I thought I wanted to do a rally out there. I wanted to see Angels Crest.
Yeah.
They can have it if this is what they do.
I'm right. Listen, I'm right there with you. If there's, one of my bucket list things to do is to drive whatever car I own at the time down the Pacific Coast Highway. I want to do the entire length of the PCH.
Wow,
I want to do Angeles Crest. I want to do Victor Hung. I want to do all the mountain roads out there in the out there in Cali. Which I mean, we still can do because we're gonna be out of state, so the cops can't tell us a damn thing.
Facts.
But at the same time, it's just like, yo, you're looking at a state that went from quite literally the best car culture in the country.
Yes.
Air say the best car culture in the world, because if you look at it, honestly, if you look at it, where else got a bigger car culture than Cali? You gonna say Tokyo? LA car culture and Tokyo car culture. Well, LA car culture back then. And Tokyo car culture. Yeah, the only thing about Tokyo cars is it's mostly JDM stuff that we don't see.
I'm about to
but
say.
LA got a mix of everything.
From low riders.
Factory. That's true.
From low riders on the
So
JDM.
you going from a state that had arguably the best car culture in the world in such a short time to a state that is quite literally the worst place in the world to own a car.
That is a fact. Unless it's electric, then it's like the best place to be, right?
I guess so, but I guess not, because their grid is ass.
Yeah, it's true.
The grid can't take it.
People forgot about Enron, son. They forgot about how they was turning power off in neighborhoods just off GP.
Exactly. So it's like, yo, what are we really doing here?
Kid.
Like, what is this really for? Because is it for clean air? All right, well, if it's for clean air, then there's a whole lot of, as Jay said, there's a whole lot of other factors. There's a whole lot of other factors that's contributing to the environment.
Right.
To the depletion of the environment that have to be looked at before you even look at a car.
Yeah, though, Phil. But you know, they just travel on the path of the least resistance, though.
That's
all it
absolutely
really
right.
is,
that
though.
is a fact.
Whoa,
You're absolutely right, because they're not going what you would call it. You see, the problem is the car community is so small. Like the enthusiast community, comparable to everything else, is small.
You know what,
So-
Phil? Yeah, carry on.
Yeah. No, I'm saying so we can't fight back against big government the way other industries can.
You know what, Phil? I don't even think that we small like that. I think we just, we won't make a fuss about nothing, really. You know what I'm saying? We're going to hope that somebody there is going to be, who's going to speak up for us, because that's what I think it really comes down to. Like, we don't talk enough.
Right.
Because think about it. Let's say we are small, but let's say we all really get together, though.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
If we get together and really like talk, that's why, I was actually talking to this with my boys the other day, man. Yo, better when you're right, man. You gonna have to start doing something. Start running for office.
Yeah.
And talk. You know what I'm saying? Like getting real people inside positions of power, man. 'Cause it's crazy.
So I'm gonna tell you right now, kid. The way that it's looking right now, and this is one of the things. Like, let's take Cuomo for instance, right?
Yeah.
All of these EPA rules and stuff like that they tried to pass, who you think knocked it down? He did.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
He's a car guy. He was like, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Damn.
They tried. And that's why it was important for them to get him out.
Did.
Yeah.
They tried. You remember?
Did.
I remember when I first got my motor, not first, I think I was riding about a couple years, and then it was after I got my exhaust, I had a full Yoshimura system. They like, yo, you know what? We want to outlaw this. But y'all still selling it. Cuomo was the only one that was like, yo, nah, we doing away with this EPA garbage. What is that? You going to charge people $2,500? What? Like, you think these people, yo, I'm telling you, kid, I hate to say it, and I know there's a lot of people out here, like, if it wasn't, if Trump pushed back the EPA, that's why the Hellcat lasted this long.
Yeah.
He did.
He pushed them back. They was like, and that's why that little girl from Europe couldn't stand him.
Yeah.
She was like, oh, I hate him. And he was like, who cares? Like, he didn't care. But he pushed it back. He pushed the EPA back because he understood, like, yo, we not ready for that. We not ready for that. And that's what people are doing now. Now they like, yo, you know what? They now they like, we got to catch up for what we didn't do the 4 years that he was in office. And that's why they going so hard.
So that's what I'm saying. So it seems like there's nobody in there that's what about Sleepy Joe? I thought he's a car guy.
Sleepy Joe, man.
Sleepy Joe can't stand up on his bike.
Don't even get me started on.
Yeah, I thought Sleepy Joe was a car guy hopping out the vet saying it's electrified. I don't know.
Yeah, all right.
Damn, son.
And that's a fact too.
He's the one that gave the EPA all
green light.
But that's what I mean.
They got now.
So check this out. On a side note, shout to the Facebook user. They said, side note, Trump is also weirdly a car head. If you look at his car list, and that's true.
Damn, son.
He's had that Ferrari F430 that they sold. He's had
he definitely.
Yeah.
He's had some cars.
He's had some cars.
There's a picture of him out in LA in a Lambo Diablo back in the early 90s, I remember.
Early. And he pushed and that's what I'm saying.
Those only came 5 seats.
That's it. So you got to look at it and say to yourself, man, it has to be a balance of power. You can't have one whole team running one thing.
Yeah, it's a fact. But who's there to push back on that, though?
I'm going to tell you right now, you know what? This is why our votes count in November. And I know I feel like I'm being a real politician right now. I hate that.
Fact.
But it's so, right or wrong, Phil, the way that things are going right now, they intertwining into the automotive community, and we don't got no choice but to be into politics.
Yo, you know what? They intertwining so much like never before, though. That's the problem, son. Like you said before, it's like never been like this.
Yo, Phil, the furthest I remember the government or anything going was your inspection.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
That's about as far as I could. Like, I've seen them go.
And then within it seems like within like the last 3 or 4 years, like they literally moving the bang cars.
Yep.
Yeah, for real. It's like there's like a wave is coming over the autos.
It's like a wave is coming. Like they want you to go electric.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They want you to do this. They don't want you to do they don't want you to do nothing to your car.
Yep.
They want to make it illegal for you to modify your car. They want to
Absolutely,
like,
son.
yeah, all right.
Make you wear
And-
seatbelts.
You know what's crazy about that, Phil, is that there's so much money in the customization of cars.
It's a billion-dollar industry. That's why I don't understand, because most of the firms and most of the companies that deal with that are based in California.
Yeah, that's
Say it
ridiculous.
again.
That's ridiculous.
Like
So I don't
AEM.
understand
Oh, man.
how California is quite literal. If you there's a shop for any platform, for any vehicle that you want to modify in California, point blank, period. There's a shop that does it. There's companies that manufacture parts. There's
Yes.
companies that, like, it's crazy. So it's just like, yo, what are y'all doing?
But yo, what if
Y'all
they not get?
shooting,
Mm-hmm.
y'all shooting a portion of y'all economy in the foot.
And not only that, right? We could talk about car insurance. Like, you can't even tell me my rates is going up then. You can't tell me
Absolutely
that.
not.
You got to drop my rate.
Because-
If we all got cars
Exactly.
that's controlled by the government, it's their
Exactly.
fault now.
Damn, that's a fact.
My insurance better be $20 a month, bro. Because if the computer get into an accident, how is that my fault? The computer was driving.
You in it though?
Yo, I'm about to say, you already heard Elon Musk. He said, well, we give them
I
control
heard
back
Elon,
8
you see?
seconds.
and that's where I have a big problem. Because if we're talking about full self-driving, like, yo, my man, it's full self-driving, meaning I'm not supposed to be worried about this.
That's a
The
fact.
computer is taking care of driving the car. So how am I liable if the computer runs into a crowd of people?
So
How am I liable for that?
I tell you what, Tesla's under investigation as usual. It's like those are becoming household words now. Tesla under investigation.
Tesla
The villain is under investigation. then.
The villain is under. So now it looks like he's under investigation in Europe for full self-driving.
Damn.
Because people are starting to say, listen, this thing did this on its own. Why am I being sued? It's ridiculous, kid. And if you think that they're going to stop here,
Nah, kid. Nah, unless they get some type of pushback, they gonna go for this. I'm telling you, so next thing you know, we're gonna
They're
be.
going harder. They're going to go harder.
they're going to go harder. Look at France. We didn't even get a chance to talk about it, but there's a fuel shortage in France so crazy that they have canceled automotive activities.
Come on, son.
No rallies, no
start.
races, nothing, because they got a shortage on gas. Why would a country like, I'm telling you,
That's crazy. And France is huge.
right? This
France
is
is huge. France's automotive culture is huge. As a matter of
Factory.
fact, you could say that motorsport was born in France.
woof,
Mm-hmm.
woof. They don't want,
All the real rights know, like, yo, motorsport itself as a whole was born in France.
yep. Yep.
So, how do you have a country with such rich automotive history talking about we canceling car events? What?
I'm telling you, yo, Phil, nobody's paying it no mind until it's too late. And that's why Rally Radio is here.
Factory.
Because we like,
Factory.
yo, pointing it out. Like, look. They saying this. They gonna do, like, how many things have we been wrong about?
Son.
We've been like,
How
yo,
many?
look, they gonna do it. They said they gonna do it.
Yep.
And then it come, we like, damn.
You ain't lying, kid. You ain't lying. That's just.
You ain't wrong.
Yo, it.
We jump into a lot of the topics when they small. Like, we'll see that small case and we like, yo, look,
Yeah, word.
did you see that? Like you like us talking about this Hellcat. Us talking about that Hyundai last week.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Look at what is
Big
about.
Stick it on the stock exhaust.
And then it's not gonna
Like,
stop
yo,
there, son.
every time I think about it, it's just like these are stock vehicles. They came from the fact, like, what are you supposed, like,
But you know what though, Phil? They're
the
gonna stop
state
that
rep,
too.
and of course you have to pay the state rep for the inspection, because the state of California is not picking up that tab.
Hey, say it again. And
So
my
it's just
thing
like,
is,
yo, how is this right? How is this just?
well, I tell you what. Remember when they tried to ban the Porsche 911 GT3
Oh, man.
manual?
In
Remember we talked
California.
about that in
Yeah,
California.
Cali.
because they clear it because the manual was quote unquote too loud, because you can hold the gears in the manual
And they got
and
pushed
the
back.
automatic was shit.
And remember, they got pushed back. They said, the government said, no, you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now nobody's getting in their way because the government is with it. The government
crazy.
is with it, and this is why I
And you
say
see that's the difference between Trump and Sleepy Joe. Because look at who was in power who was in power.
that.
Joe
I believe-
Biden basically gave California the power of autonomy. The California Air Resources Board right now
Yes.
has the power to operate independent of the federal government and set their own rules.
Yes.
Joe Biden gave them that power.
And then what happens after CARB comes up with the things they want to do, like the 2035 electric?
Yeah.
You got to have electric.
Of
The
course.
other 18
What you think,
states
the federal
follow.
government, the EPA jumping right behind that because the CARB regulations are more strict than the EPA regulations. So the EPA is looking at CARB like, well, I mean, damn, if y'all doing this, then that means that we can up what we do.
Right.
Damn, son.
Right. And now they and we talked about this a couple weeks ago. They supposed to be bonding together. So now you have housing and urban development. You have EPA. You have all of these guys getting together to figure out how they could squish
Yeah.
gas-powered cars altogether. I'm telling you, it's yo, Phil will be here all day. I know some people out there. You just hear a whole bunch of Crisco going in between their ears, like, because we cooking them with the aluminum helmets on.
I'm telling you, son, it's ugly.
We
kid.
cooking them with because they not paying attention. They not
Nah.
paying attention. Yo, we got so much more to talk about, Phil. As usual, appreciate you for freaking tuning
Factory.
in. And I'm gonna check. I can't watch the video right now on air, but I see it. And when I get a
yeah,
chance,
yeah,
I'm gonna watch
see
it.
Yeah, check it out. You're going to see it, man. Listen to how ridiculous that cop sounds like a doofus, bro.
Did he sound worse than the guy with the Hyundai N?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yes, he did.
I didn't
Yes,
think
he did.
that was
Because
possible.
he tried to sound like he knew what he was talking about, but he didn't know a damn thing.
He said, I noticed you're driving with the red key.
Yeah,
Damn, son.
yeah.
And then what's shocking enough, shout to Jay, he said, I bet you that cop was driving the Charger.
Yeah, right?
Of course he was.
Damn, son.
If
Like,
it
yo-
was highway patrol, it might have been an
It
SRT.
might have been.
Yo, that's ridiculous. I ain't gonna front.
That's hating his blood right
Yeah,
there.
son, it is, kid.
Because he don't got a red key.
Yeah.
I'd have just gave him a marker. Like, hey, just do something with that right fast, man. Take one of these little silicone covers and throw that on your little black key. son.
Yo, take a marker, fam.
Yo, Phil, we're going to get back to the rest of the
Damn,
show.
son.
Good looking on the phone call, kid.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
No
you.
doubt, no
100%.
doubt.
All right, kid, later.
Damn, son.
Yeah, that's a fact. He probably pulled him over and had a Charger. Like,
Word,
you know how
son.
I know it's a red key? Because I can't keep up with you.
I've been trying this whole time.
I've been watching you, mister. You've been doing 140, and I've been struggling at 105. So I said the minute he stops to get something to eat, I'm going to get him.
The minute he stops.
Yo, this is ridiculous out here, son.
Yo, you know what kills me the most though? It's like why Biden is letting them go like as hard as they want to. Like it's like no holds bars. Like what is the deal with that?
You,
And you supposed to be an enthusiast though. But maybe it's something like, you know what, this is the way it's supposed to progress.
all right. So here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to fry. You know, we don't want to shock nobody out here. And like I said, we're not really becoming a political show.
Fact.
Definitely not what we trying to do. Shout to everybody listening, paying attention. Shout to Jessica Grandy. She was preach. I'm running with you. Thank you. You know what I mean? It's definitely crazy out here. Shout to Jay. Shout to Trav. I see you out there tuned in. Draco, we see you still there. I know you about to get to the wrenching soon, but we don't want to kill your joy here. Have you ever heard of something called the Manchurian Candidate?
The Manchurian Candidate. No, I have not, son.
Check it out.
Manchurian Candidate. Sounds interesting, son.
Check it out. If you get a chance, check it out. And that's as far as I don't want to go too crazy on air, but you check it out. That some people are put in power because they're easily controlled. You know, so puppet strings. But either way, man, we gonna move right on, man, because we are falling behind. I love them that people call in though. People always have something good for us, man, out here. But it looks like the Toyota exec goes on a rant about EVs. Now we've been talking about this for a little while. The Toyota look like they all believe this from the top down, starting with Toyota.
Yeah, word.
It looks like they was having some sort of event in Australia. And it looks like one of the one of the reporters was asking about why is Toyota coming out with these cars when they got to be EV by 2035. So it looks like he got really upset, and he really started to he called them electric car extremists.
Damn.
And he really jumped in on them. Mr. Hanley was asked about the company's position on electric vehicles after recent criticism, including a Greenpeace East Asia report that claimed the company was at the back of the global pack. We talking about Toyota here, y'all, in terms of environmental credentials. We are in full support of some mandated type of legislation around emissions reductions. The one thing everybody agrees with is we have to get to a carbon neutral position. And he's right. Mr. Hanley told the crowd and everybody, listen to him. He said, Toyota's not arguing the toss on that. That's not the debate. Even with the most extreme viewpoint, we agree you've got to get to carbon neutral. What we are disagreeing on is how and when you get there. A second Greenpeace Australia Pacific report this year claimed Toyota was lobbying against environmental measures in favor of its hybrid fossil fuel system. Mr. Hanley argued that to get to net zero emissions, every motorist needs to be on board, and that the current market was demanding more options than just electric or battery-powered vehicles. He's 100% right. Shout to Jay, make America gap again. Boy, it's getting ugly out here.
Nah, it really is, though. It really, truly is, though.
A frustrated Mr. Hanley said Toyota had been selling hybrid electric cars and contributing to reduced emissions in Australia since 2001, before anybody else. And he's right. They've been selling a Toyota Prius for how long?
Yeah, for a while, kid.
For how long?
It's a fact.
He jumped on this guy, and the rest of it is video. And I don't want to play the video to sound like because he kind of got nasty with him. But it just goes to show, listen, no, everybody's not with this.
Telling you, kid. It's hard to be. Like you said, like when and how they get there's a whole nother conversation, huh?
He's 100% right, bro.
He really is.
He's 100% right. Shout to Hanley, man. Sean Hanley. Sean Hanley, we going to give you. Rally Radio don't really got the clapping sounds, but we just going to. You got to give him something.
Yeah, it's a fact.
Because he's 100% right. Stood up for his, too. Word up. Don't let them reporters bully you, kid. You know how to get down, man. It's crazy out here. But.
So you're trying to have a good time, then a reporter come to you, man, why are you still selling these cars like this, man?
Right.
What are you talking about? Wow.
Right. What do you mean what I'm word?
What do you mean what I'm doing?
He said, yo, how could you be against carbon neutral?
Oh, man.
He probably wore glasses, had red hair,
Son,
ponytail, probably ain't washed in a couple days.
I'm telling you, son. He probably had a little peach fuzz on his chin or something.
Breath stink. Because he likes to brush his teeth twice a week to save water. He don't like to take too many showers. He save water. He one of those that believe in the body funk should just be normal.
Fact. It's a fact he don't wash his legs.
Oh, dirtbag.
Yo, I'm telling you.
Dirtbag.
I'm telling you, that would throw off my whole day, too. That would throw it off.
Him sitting next to me asking questions. Excuse me.
Oh.
Excuse me. Yo, get him out of here, man.
Yo, I'm telling you, son.
I'm having too much fun, Murphy. I'm having too much fun. But
yo,
with that being said, man, you know how we get down here at Rally Radio. Shout to everybody listening and paying attention.
Facts, son.
You know that reporter watches BuzzFeed like we watched the new episode of Power. That is a fact. He's probably oh man, I don't want to call him a geek, but he's a geek. I said it.
Geek.
I said it. But with that being said, we're going to get right into our next segment. You know how we get down. Keep ready for this?
Let's go.
Here we go.
It's Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I. Sean.
All right, we're going to get down with this tech talk now. Now we get down with this tech talk.
Man,
shout to everybody listening, paying attention. Shout to Phil. Shout to Jay. Shout to Miller. Shout to Jessica Grandy. We see you. Shout to Travis. Shout to Draco. Shout to Sales. Shout to Marlon. Shout to SP, the Fanatic.
Let's
you
go.
know how we get down, kid. We all in the building, man. Listen. It looks like that Mustang S650. Now, I was bigging it up. I gotta turn the music off on this one because S.I. Sean's not gonna let me hear the end of this.
Telling you, kid.
So, the Mustang S650. Now, I think the real kick on this, right? And people are gonna be mad at me. It looks like this car will be impossible to tune.
Are we shocked? Are we shocked?
Now,
son?
Remember last week I was defending this Mustang.
Yeah, son, all the way,
chill,
son.
it's manual, son. It's what it is.
Yeah, I
chill,
thought he put an order in for one the way he was talking, son.
Oh, see, you going too far. You're gone too far.
I'm just saying, son.
I was just like, wow, man. They did what they had to do. They're gonna keep it around for a little while. But here's the real kicker.
Why?
The real kicker is that you won't be able to tune it.
Yeah, that's because the ECU is like, it's so involved that it has so many like blocks and guards up that it's just like how when the Vet first came out.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's like, nah, you can't do this, kid. You just can't tune.
And we
this,
talking about the
Can't
Vet
do it.
C8 now.
C8,
too.
yeah, you talking about the C8. The C8 does. All this CAN bus and all this CAN that they got going on, son. Now, like the way it is now, son, why will they? My thing is, right, I'm not shocked because why would they allow you to tune something when they on the other side of that they trying to prevent stuff like this?
So the only thing I could think of, right, is that they want to control the aftermarket. A lot of people see what Dodge is doing. And they like, you know what? Dodge is trying to not eliminate the aftermarket, but they want people to come back to them, right? It looks like Ford is trying to go that same way. So it looks like, just like you said, it looks like it's the ECU. It says the downside of this is that essentially it shuts down third-party tuning. We know that. Ed Krenz, the Mustang's chief engineer, spoke with Ford Authority and gave a rundown on why third-party tuners might run into some trouble. This guy's hilarious.
Yeah.
It all comes down to cybersecurity.
This is what I'm saying, though.
So now, because I'm tuning the car, I'm hacking it. That's how you know you driving a computer now.
I mean now, of course, because now they talking about the computers are so complex and everything's hardwired in. So yeah, son, you a hacker now, kid. Now you dangerous. You dangerous.
So he said, for whatever reason, Ford is concerned about vehicle cybersecurity. This is why the new Mustang uses the company's full network vehicle architecture, which allows for things like over-the-air updates and cybersecurity encryption. The downside of this is that it essentially shuts down any third-party tuning, as Ford Authority explains. FOMO-CO's FNV electrical architecture has long been expected to make life more difficult for third-party tuners in general, though that's simply a byproduct of the automakers' attempts to keep user data and their vehicles safe from ever-growing hacking threats. Krenz and other S650 engineers explain that the entire stack on the S650 is encrypted, including the ECU. This means that if the system detects a break in authentication, it will shut it down or shut down components of the vehicle. So even if somebody was to modify one of these engines, they wouldn't be able to actually tune the car or take full advantage of it.
It was ridiculous, kid. They also saying you need an electronic specialist now.
So my question to you, SI Show.
Yo, first off, I think it's dust if that's what you're getting ready to ask me. I didn't think it was the worst thing Ford could have did in a while, but carry on. What is it?
My question to you,
What is it?
and it's going to be pretty simple. I know you like this. Yeah, don't ask me nothing about this car. Hold up.
Please.
If you can't tune it, let's say even if you decided to buy one.
Okay.
It's manual, good seats.
I was drunk? Oh,
You was probably drunk.
okay, got it.
But you bought the car. Or you thinking about buying the car, right? Now, we getting down to the process of elimination. That's why I'm saying that, right?
Okay.
So let's say, for instance, now all other type of sports cars are off the market. This is the only thing left, right? And you considering it. You're like, you know what? I'm thinking about buying it. Is that a deal breaker for you?
Absolutely. Because, A, I can't stand it anyway. I can't stand it now. I can't do nothing to it. I need to like it. I don't like the way it is, the way it comes. I need to be able to do what I need to do to it. And now y'all, you know what I'm saying, you're prohibiting me from doing what I want? Deal breaker, son. Show me the Prius, baby. We're going to put a manual on that.
That is hilarious.
Come on, son.
Yo, he said, show me the Prius, and one came out this section. Listen, you heard it?
So it came out the section. I'm telling you, son. But nah, that's definitely a deal breaker for me, man, because it's like, it's something, again, you know, man, just as well as I do. It's something about being able to tune them, son.
Yo.
It's something about that, kid.
Yo. says, I like how they say it's cybersecurity, but then turn around and tell you that the government has to lock your car at 25 miles an hour. Oh, my goodness.
Is that not a form of hack?
They said they want to keep your data safe. No, they just want to keep it going to one person. Because if you really wanted to keep my data safe, you wouldn't be recording my data.
Ooh. If you want to get technical, right? Damn.
You wouldn't be recording my data. You wouldn't have a computer in there that's telling you the position of my seating. It wouldn't tell you how fast I'm going. If I wanted you to know that information, I would tell you.
Or fill out a survey.
Right.
Something.
But now they're not giving you that option. They're telling you have to do it.
I'm telling you, man. And this is the thing, man. That's why I firmly believe this vehicle won't sell. Not even because of that. Just because I feel like where the industry is headed, son. And then on top of that, you can't even tune the joint, son.
So what if that's also part of the plan?
Of course it is.
Ford won't stop selling them. They'll stop selling themselves.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
I don't know, B. Like I'm telling you, man, that right there, kid, is like other people's gonna get on board with that though. It's gonna happen.
I believe the first YouTuber to buy one of these and successfully, because they're gonna do it.
Yeah, of course.
To buy one of these and successfully tune it,
Listen, you can't even flash this joint.
he's gonna be arrested.
No,
Yo, I'm telling you, yo.
no, he's definitely gonna get arrested, son. It's 100%, son.
I'll give you a
100%.
prime example. I used to watch Gas Monkey Garage. You remember Gas Monkey Garage? I used to love that show. Aaron was a complete weird whiz kid. I used to like this guy. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Rich because he used to go out there and get the cars, but Aaron was the guy that was fixing it along with the team. I used to love it. And there was a point where Dodge gave Richard Rawlins a Hellcat. And it was before the Hellcats even was out.
Yeah.
They gave him one that didn't have a VIN number, and he had to give it back. But before he gave it back, they took the motor out. They took the motor in the trans. Obviously, Dodge was with it. This is before the Hellcat really hit the street.
Yeah.
Right? He had a not a Scat. He had the shaker hood.
Okay.
He had a 392 with a shaker hood.
Okay.
Or 392 shaker.
Yeah.
Right? So they took this Hellcat motor out and they found like a Dodge, what did they have in the back? I forget what it was. Old Dodge vehicle. And they was trying to put it in a drag race against another team. So what they ended up doing was they took this Dodge Hellcat motor and put it inside of this new car. But that's when they realized, like, yo, this thing is not ready for swapping. They had to do all kind of different things in order to get it to start and run.
Really?
They said that the ECU was locked. They took the gauge cluster, the steering wheel, all kind of stuff. They had to take all kind of stuff for this car to recognize.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 100%, son. That's how it is now. Like, you can't just simply take the engine. You got to take other parts now because, again, all the modules, everything got to read up.
Right, and that's not the first time I saw that. The very first time I ever seen something like that, I was riding my Suzuki GSXR 1000. I was with a couple cats. Long story short, they crashed.
Yeah.
And when they crashed, he totaled his R1. Or so we thought. We picked the bike up, it wouldn't start. After the ambulance took him away, we had to get the motorcycle out of there. So we trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Yo, one of his homeboys pop up. He said, plug the cluster up. We like, plug the cluster. Yo, he takes the cluster for the motorcycle and plugs it up. It would not start without the cluster.
So, wait. What I'm trying to gather, the cluster was somewhere else, you trying to tell me?
Oh, yeah, it was a crazy head-on accident.
So the cluster flew somewhere.
The cluster came off the bike.
Oh, damn.
So we had to find the cluster, find the wire. Some of the wires, the clips was broke. We had to like hook it up to it, and as soon as it recognized the cluster, it started.
Wow.
I said, wow.
I'm telling you, man, that's how it's becoming, man. Like you said, that was just the start of it. Now it's like
That was in 2007.
No, it wasn't.
Yes. That was in 2007. the first of the computer controlled throttles to the transmission. No more cable.
Talking about the fly-by-wire and all
Fly-by-wire,
craziness.
no cable. No cable.
Son.
Not to shock anybody, but that was definitely crazy in my opinion. So this has definitely been going on a little while.
Telling you, man, it's becoming no fun. Like, or should I say, like the new cars in general, just becoming no fun.
He said Ford, our S650 is completely untunable. HP tuners, hold my laptop. Damn, they gonna figure it out.
Of course they are, and get arrested in the middle of it, for sure.
But they're they're gonna arrest them on terms of cyber security.
Factory, you breaking the law some way somehow. They're gonna come for you. So that may deter people though. Like, nah, hold on, man. They talking about cyber security. Like, what is that?
Nah, but what about the followers, the listeners, the people who own these cars? You gotta jump in. Listen.
Right, they're gonna be cellmates too.
Good. Boy,
I'm good.
Like, oh, we getting to know each other.
Hold my pocket.
Oh, yowzers.
It's a family show.
Hold my pocket. Chill. Do me a favor. Make me that grilled cheese in the paper bag.
In a paper bag.
Off the edge of the metal bed with a heater. Oh. Prison life is something else.
Son, there gotta be something else. I'll tell you that much, though. But y'all gotta ask the same question, man. Is it a deal breaker for you?
Yes.
Damn, that was quick.
That's it.
But I'm confused, though, because last week you was like, how hot they was.
No, I wasn't saying how hot they was. I'm saying in the midst of all of this, they still making a car that the people gonna love. But that's not what people love. Listen, the point of having a car is what? Customization, right? You make it to how you want. Right?
Even the slightest thing that you do, yes.
So even if you don't agree with the front end, there's a good chance you could buy another front end, right? If there's a chance that you don't agree with the body panel, and you can get a body kit that'll change the body panel all the way around, right?
100%.
So you still riding around with a manual V8, right?
That's
Until you tell me you can't do anything else to the motor. That's a deal breaker.
And you know what's the problem is? Like they said, you could throw stuff on it, though, but you cannot calibrate it. It's a wrap. So in turn, you're going to damage it. Wow. You're going to damage it now. And nowadays, you can't even throw an intake on your joint without getting the tunes, huh? Come on, son.
Kid.
It's going to be mad of joints sitting in the dealerships, kid.
The
Mad
Type
of them
R.
joints,
The Type R right now. If you change that intake pipe, and if you change the exhaust, you got to get a flash. Got to get a flash.
Because the way these things are so intuitive, son, it's a Reynolds wrap, son.
But I'm not against that, though, by the way. I just
Nah.
wanted to put that out there.
Me neither, though, but still. But this, though, like, they saying, yeah, do what you want to the engine, but try to get into that computer, though. We'll be knocking at the door.
We'll be knocking at the door.
Tell you, man, the auto industry is taking continuous left. If you
Well,
ask me.
I tell you what, you know what else? You know who else is taking a continuous left?
Who's that?
BMW.
Oh man, son.
So
Here we go.
It looks like BMW's M2 is gonna be the last of the Mohicans.
The last of the Mohicans.
And not only that, it's rated at a lot of power. It's manual, it's 6-speed. We could talk about the car all day, but unfortunately the car has already made it to the internet and people are talking, and they're saying it's the ugliest thing they've ever seen since Masterpiece Sneaker.
Damn.
BMW unleashes a purest rear-wheel drive M2 with 6-speed and a manual transmission. So to me, you can't knock it again.
You can't though, but
it would be on my radar because of what it is.
That's a fact. 100%. I agree with you. Though. I agree.
And it's a 50th anniversary version. It's gonna have a whole bunch of things. With a straight 6 made it to a manual transmission that sends the power to the rear wheels. The new second generation M2 is powered by the latest generation of BMW 6-cylinder M twin power turbo 3-liter engine, a high revving powertrain that cranks out.
Just making some power.
Just making some power, kid.
It's making power,
460 horsepower and 405 pounds of torque.
It's making power, but
this is animal.
It is. I ain't gonna front. This is the last of the Mohegans, though. That's why it's done.
90 horsepower more than the predecessor. Available with a 6-speed manual transmission. The 2023 M2 is good for a 4.1 second 0 to 60 time and a 13.5 0 to 124 time. And a limited top speed of 155, though the optional M driver's package unlocks a higher top speed of 177.
Right. Until they get that limit on it, then you're doing 37.
Boasting a perfect 50-50 weight distribution.
Ain't gonna front, son. It's serious. On paper, it's serious.
This road legal track weapon has a race-tuned and reinforced chassis, double joint spring front axle, and a 5-link rear axle that comes equipped with M-specific kinematics. And adaptive M suspension with electronically controlled dampers. Oh my goodness. Alongside a carbon-laden race-inspired interior, the latest M2 also gets a suite of M-specific running gear. Now, we could go on all day.
Damn, son.
They come with 6-piston fixed caliper front brakes, M Servotronic steering, and an M-specific exhaust with electrically controlled flaps.
Let's go.
Oh no, they said, oh yeah.
But you know, the thing is, though, the price point is not even too crazy, though. 63?
I'd buy, yo.
That's not bad, though, son. I ain't gonna front, son. That joint is serious, son.
I can't front, kid. I'm sitting over here like,
Hey, hold on.
whoa, boy.
Hold on. Let me check the bank account.
63 bandos, kid?
It's not too bad, son, for that. That's not too bad, B. But they always said this is the last purest M car.
People, I'm going to ask this man one question. M2, Super.
Super, baby. Super, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Super, son.
There's
going.
no way, son.
They got the same engine.
Yeah.
The same engine.
Don't let
man.
Maul in here.
Son, I'm going. But you know what, though? I will go grab the Supra, and on the back end, I'll pull back none and go get the M2 too. I couldn't just leave that there neither. I couldn't just leave that there hanging there.
I think I would go for that M2.
The M2 would be nasty street.
That
I ain't
M2
going
is
over the Supra.
mean.
Nah, it is, but
And not for nothing, just looking at the pictures. But now we got to talk about the reaction from the internet.
let's go.
People are all over this car. They're like, oh my God, look at the front kidneys. Oh my God, it looks ugly.
Don't get me wrong. It's not a pretty looking thing. I thought it looked too boxy now. I feel like they took a step back. But if you ask me, I feel like BMW been losing their way with designs for a while now.
Yo, shout to Phil. He said, I can't drive that M2. It's too ugly.
Man, I'm telling you something. Like it's wacky looking, kid. It's like,
You remember the color purple?
yeah.
She said, you sure is ugly. Damn.
I ain't gonna front, son. This ain't the prettiest girl in the room. I tell you that much, son. She won't be, son. However, though,
I was
line it up.
you know, I forgot for a minute, babe. I won't say it. Because I was about to say I was about to violate. She may not be the prettiest.
Yo, you stupid, son.
She got
Yo, you stupid, son. You stupid. He's out of here. It's a family show. It's a family show, y'all. Forgive us, please. Forgive us. Damn,
not for
son.
nothing, though. Yo, you be shocked with some wheels in the drop due to anything.
That's a fact, though.
And
right?
not for nothing, again, BMW, because this is their last bouted car, right? They probably doing the old due to the very first M3.
Yeah, though, but
The boxy, I mean, at least give it a big wing, right? Do something like
I'll give it a wing or something, but
Evoluzione?
yeah, something crazy, right?
Boy.
I ain't gonna front though. I would rock it though. I would.
I will it.
I would will it till the wheels fall off, son.
Just hearing them numbers. Hearing that. And
Hearing
then
that 50-50 weight distribution. Are you kidding me, son? How
Turn.
that chassis like?
turn the corner, that joint be like,
Telling you, it's right at home. I'm telling you, kid. Nah, I will rock it. I ain't gonna front.
I would rock it, kid. And that's what I got to say. It's like, you know, I would choose this.
I'm not getting this over that Mustang though. Not even close.
What?
Not even close. This right here, I'm grabbing. That 650S, you can have it. Black
Oh,
Hose.
no. You sound like
You
you
can
said
keep it.
something else.
Oh,
That's
nah.
all He said, it sounded like you said, I'm not grabbing this over the
No.
Mustang.
I'm grabbing this over that. son.
Because I was like, yo, whoa.
No way. No way.
No.
No way, kid. I'm telling you, son.
I don't know, kid. I mean, Cat's been dogging BMW about these kidneys in the front for a little while.
I ain't gonna
now.
front though. I mean, you know what? Like I said, I feel like they've been losing their way, whatever like that. But I ain't mad at it though.
Kid, it comes with a heads-up display, M traction control, and BMW's dynamic stability control.
See, I ain't gonna front. That heads-up display thing is cool, but give me the performance.
Kid.
Give me the raw visceral experience that I know this is going to deliver, because they said this is the last purest M cars. So not this model, but just the M2 in general.
And you know they're already charging $100,000. Even though they're 63, you already know they're going to be. And
Like
this is what I'm saying.
105, bro.
They're killing it's killing us. But I think that car is definitely worth a purchase.
No, it is 100%. 100% it is.
But now that brings us to BMW talking super reckless.
Mm-hmm.
BMW was out here the other day saying, you know what, we ain't going to no 3-cylinder or 4-cylinder cars for no performance. Damn. How they come at them like that?
They coming. You know who they coming at though.
I thought it was Toyota.
You know they coming at Toyota. You know what I'm saying?
Mercedes, shout to Phil.
Mercedes.
Phil said Mercedes.
They coming at a more Subaru.
I just think that that's a little bit early when they talking about killing your own sports car to go EV.
Yeah, though, but you know,
How could you say that?
But you know, this is how you get people talking, though. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get them. Oh, what BMW gonna do? What they talking about? What they talking about? I think they just, if you ask me, they just blowing smoke.
I mean, they used to be 4s. At one point, you would get something with a 4-cylinder.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then
the first M3.
They went right. They went to the 6s and then the 8s.
Yeah.
And now it's like they're gonna probably have to dial back, and they like, instead of us dialing back, we just won't make it. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Listen, man, some people just don't bend a certain way, and I hear that, though.
You really think that's what it's about?
No.
I think they don't want to spend their time when they know that EV's coming.
Like I always said, man, I think this EV thing is real as hell, but under the right circumstances, kid, it's gonna change. I'm telling you, son.
Word. Shout to Word. He said I put up a list. I put up a list of 4-cylinder Hondas that no BMW will want to see in a drag race.
All right, man. Here we go again, man. We talking about full race cars? Come on.
I mean, you got to be talking about a full race. Have you ever seen a full race drag BMW?
No.
Right.
I probably wouldn't want to see one because it's probably going to clean up everything except a Supra. Or a SI.
Yo, SP.
That's all I'm saying.
Marlin.
Son. That's all I'm saying.
I tried.
That's all I'm saying, son.
Any BMW.
I'm telling you, because you know what, you're right, because those ain't really. My thing is, man, these joints are built for anything. It reminds me of a Switchblade. Anything you want to do, they going to do it. And they going to look good doing it.
What? Hold up.
Anything they want to do, they going to go do it.
I gotta
and
stop
they
the
look
music.
good.
I gotta stop the music. Yo, just last week. Just last week, son, he was like, yo, I'm convinced BMW done lost their way, yo. Like, really? Like, can't believe, yo, God. Y'all can't. This was him, y'all. Yo, what? BMW, what? Yo, they lost their way, son. Look at this. Look at this. Then out of nowhere, Toyota Supra's manual. He's like, yo, BMW? This guy's hilarious.
Yo, the middle one is too much.
This guy is hilarious.
I'm just saying, yo.
Race or otherwise.
I'm just saying, son.
I will say this, man. They started talking reckless, talking about they won't do this and that, and I feel like you can't say you won't do this or that and you going EV, son. So you already lost my respect.
I hear that, though. I believe, though. But like you said, though, they got about it. Straight 6-speed, though.
I'll take your word, man.
Super about it.
Yeah, good luck with that. Good luck with that.
I'm the same, baby. Only here on Rally Radio.
Only here on Rally Radio.
Carbon roof.
Carbon roof.
Come on, son.
Fastest BMW Supra in the world is an 8.3 second car. The slowest Honda is a 7-second car. Boy. Shots.
Listen, how long that Honda been out with millions of updates and everything like that going on? Get a Supra some time, baby. Give it some time. See, it's the thing, man. People don't believe in our art of patience.
Oh my goodness.
It's an art, son. You gotta develop a little patience. I guarantee you. A little bit more time.
Help
I'm
me.
telling you. I'm telling you, fam.
Help me.
I'm telling you.
Because he's talking super.
Here's another thing, though. Can you step out in that full race Honda, or can you step out in that full race Supra? What you gonna do?
What do you
Who
mean?
gonna look better doing it?
Why am I stepping out with anything?
At the end of the day, though, you still wanna look pretty decent going down the track, don't you? I'm just saying, though. Kind of can't compare apples to oranges. That's all I'm saying.
This guy.
Can't do it.
B. You know, there's been a lot of people that
Can't do
talk
it.
bad about Hondas like that, man.
Nah, not me. I'm not talking about them. I'm just saying, though, you got to think about it a little bit, though. You got to think about it a little bit. And what we talking about? An all-wheel drive one on top of that? Listen, man, I can do this all day. That's all I'm saying. Sick, kid.
I don't know, kid. I see you reaching. I see you reaching, so I'm going to just leave that alone. But I will say this, right? When it comes down to it, man, this BMW is definitely, to me, it'd be worth it. It'd be worth it. I would spend it.
I think it'd be more than worth it, though.
I would spend it.
And then the stock quarter mile times was probably really low too, probably low 12, mid 11 second car.
Right.
Come on, son. Come on, B.
Right.
Listen, man.
Telling
Can't go
you.
wrong, son.
I would spend it. I would spend it.
I spend it in a hubby.
I would spend it. But with that being said, man, last thing we're gonna talk about here in our tech talk is gonna be the Jaguar F-Type. Looks like the Jaguar F-Type will meet its demise in 2024.
I feel like that car ain't get its justice though. I feel like
Me too.
I feel like they didn't do right by it though.
And you had two options. You had the 6,
The
or you
6
had
supercharged
or
or
the
the V8, son. I don't think they did right by it, man. And no manual options, huh? I don't think they did right by it.
That was the worst thing they could have did.
I don't think they, at least having it in the supercharged 6, at least.
Right.
I'm telling you, man. I thought when this car first debuted, I thought it was gonna do phenomenal. I thought it was gonna do phenomenal, son.
I think that they just really dropped the ball on it, man. And it's like, how far do you expect something like that to go? They didn't update over the past couple years.
Because they knew it was going downhill. That's why. They're like this, man. Why we gonna try to update this thing? And it's just not cutting it, son.
It was wrong.
I think they had the formula right, but they missed something in the middle.
Shout to Phil. He said it was a manual option on the 6.
There was?
Wow.
Well, you said that there was.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
And it should have kept it.
It's crazy, son.
But then again, it's this is what they do, man. They take the cars that we love and they take them away. It's like it's very hard to really rock with it.
Absolutely, son. Absolutely, son.
So, I mean, I just hate to see that, man. And like I said, it's all the legends at the end of the day. It's all the legends.
I feel like they come out for a little while, they don't, you know what I'm saying, and then they just go away.
Right.
Like sheesh, like give it a little time out there. Like even like we talked about last week, the Ford GT, the Le Mans edition. That's like the hoorah for it, and it's done.
Right.
I'm telling you, son.
Right. Shout to my guy, man. Yo, we got a little bit of ride music you want to play? Because I know I say we short on time. My guy DeMarco the Great sent me some music, and I definitely want to play some of it. You know what I mean? He got a new album out, y'all. It's called Fine. I'll Do It By Myself. I can respect that in all notions. Some days you gotta make sure, some people just not gonna rock with you, and you're gonna have to end up doing that work on your own, man. It is what it is. But shout to DeMarco. We're gonna jump right in. I actually like this next joint we're gonna play right here. Wide Body. Oh boy. Hope it's clean.
So I hope it's clean.
It's a family show. Don't forget to cover the ears. You know how we get down. It's the bearded one here. That's our Sean. And when we get back, we jumping into, right,
What's
y'all?
that?
We're going to jump right in real quick.
Driver's etiquette.
And we're going to keep it like that. You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one in the building. Holla.
Yeah, man. Be like 80.
Oh, Lord. It's vintage, baby. Like a fucking painting. It's organic with it. You can start wherever. Brooklyn, New York City. Yo. Thought y'all knew. Niggas dream about money and jewelry, bagging the baddest, and brag about the pussy. I ain't no killer, but don't push me. And for that clap back, I stay strapped like a Wookiee. You can't win with the stain in your heart. And all that flashing back leave us light years apart. The afterlife is my second win, so I guess I celebrate when rigor mortis is setting in. I tip the scale, no need for a pendulum swing. They showing Benjamins before the money's coming in. That's a recipe for loud bitches and loud clothing. Talk more shit than Dusty Rhodes promoting. These bars cause an uproar and a commotion. Sipping something potent, leave them comatose. This is all mechanisms just for coping. The recognition is when you put it in motion. Pulling up in a wide body with room. Treat your bitch like she the baddest in the room. You design yourself, who fresher than you. And rep your shit from the cradle to the tomb. Pulling up in a wide body with room. Treat your bitch like she the baddest in the room. You design yourself, who fresher than you.
That wide body room.
Yeah, it's crazy.
A dream filthy, not as sticky as legal. Thinking man smart, my demeanor is regal. Living piece of art that hopped off of the easel. The game evil, and they stunting like Knievel. Fuck friends, it's family first. And everybody eats if we all putting in work. You see me killing beats as part of the yeast. If you gon' step on my toes, at least say pardon the feast. I was a terror since the DCEP era. They scream fuck the world, but they respect the cheddar. No questioning, we taking whatever. Flow electrifying, like they pulled the lever. Who you put me in front of is trash. I used to show class, play it off and laugh. You like it, I love it, but love will never last. Washed up niggas still in love with the past. Pulling up in a wild body with room. Treat your bitch like she the baddest in the room. You design yourself, who fresher than you. And rep your shit from the cradle to the tomb. Pulling up in a wild body with room. Treat your bitch like she the baddest in the room. You design yourself, who fresher than you. And rep your shit from the cradle to the tomb. Yeah.
Shout to DeMarco, man. This joint is fire. Let's go. Can't front, man.
Nah, I was fire.
I like that because I love the pulling up in the wide body room.
Yes, and that was tough.
I like that. Let's go.
That
You know what that one? We gonna rock with that one. So
Give me your fucking money.
Yeah, that was tough.
let's go. You know how we get down here. But with that being said, here we go.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this off your chest.
All right, the driver's ed is gonna be real short right here, man. I just had a little rant I wanted to go on real quick. I ain't really willing to kill nobody's ears. And why don't you tell me what you're thinking? If you got a rant that you want to add on with it. When it comes down to performance, am I only limited to cars and bikes? No. We love planes too. I know y'all seen the. I know y'all seen the flyer.
Yep.
Right. But I had somebody ask me the other day, and it was like, "Yo, you know, when you do your show, it seems like if you're not into performance, you can't like the show." I was like, "That's never the case."
Technical.
Yeah, word. That's technical. I was like, you know what? And I just wanted to make sure, like, if because I'm into one thing doesn't mean I can't be into the other.
No, I don't mean that at all.
So why is it that a lot of people think that car guys are really complex?
I think people probably feel that way because, again, just like with anything, if you kind of know what I'm talking about, you think it's you know what I'm saying, on the moon, so you don't really know.
Right.
If you can't relate, it's like this. Oh, damn, like, he's talking a whole nother language.
Yeah,
just like with anything would be. But when it all comes down to it, son, enthusiasts are not that complicated, son. They probably actually the simplest.
That's true. I mean, I look at it like, you know, I like cars, I like autos, I like different things. I just have different loves for that. Like, I love music.
You know what I'm saying?
Love music. You know what I mean? Just because I love music means I'm like, a little too technical with it? Nah. To tell you the truth, I like things very simple.
That's a fact.
And I feel like autos are one of those kind of things that can be very simple.
100%.
They could be complex at times, like you said, or they could be very simple. I believe you said that last week. You know what I mean? I love the absoluteness of them, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm the same way, son.
You know, so
same way.
I had a situation with my Infinity where all 4 windows came down during a rainstorm. A lot of people were like, how did that happen? Electrical issues. I don't know what it was, but it did it.
Electrical.
It did it. And right now, I got the car. I wet vacuumed it, baking soda in the back, left those open, cracked the windows. I got to stay away from the car for a couple days. And you know what? At first, I was very upset.
Yeah.
But now I'm feeling like I'm more determined than ever to, like, get my more years out of this thing.
That's good. That's good.
That's what driver's etiquette was about. It was like, you know what? I may be into performance, I may be into other things, but what I'm really into is like preserving things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like dealing with autos, I would want to say I'm more. The reason we even doing this show right now and talk is because we into preserving, and we realize that this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of autos, and I'm not with that. I'm with preserving.
100%.
So I'm gonna preserve my car, man. Don't forget, we're gonna have that on our YouTube page. It's gonna be bringing it back to stock.
Damn, that's gonna be nice.
Even though it's not stock.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be bringing it back there. So just get in tune in for that, man. With that being said, we're gonna jump right in. You ready for this, kid?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
All right, kid, it's on you. What you got for us today?
Let's go. Yo, you know what? I think this legend is pretty hot. Reason being, I picked it because, as we all know, the V8s may be on their way out the door.
Yes.
And I just like to bring up a nice one, oldie but a goodie. You know, I don't think it's old, but you know, in today's standards, it may seem to be old. So what I got for y'all today is a 2007 Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT8.
Oh, boy.
Man, yo, first off, when's the last time you seen a clean one? I always got to ask, when's the last time you seen a clean one?
So I had a mechanic friend that has one.
Okay.
And this is the one with the exhaust going out the middle.
Yes. Yeah. Carry on.
So that right there was like, and trust me, he babies it. He babies it, but he's like, yo, get the job done for real. But continue on.
You know, one of the points about this SRT8 Jeep that makes it legend to me is that dual exit exhaust, son, through the middle, son. That right there to me is like, I hate when manufacturers come out with this dynamite design, they don't never bring it back again, son. I feel like they might have did it too early, but this one might have been, you know, the perfect one for it. Reason being because this right here, it gave me the Typhoon vibes.
Woo.
You know, it was like one of those. It was like, yo, hold on. So could that be the modern, you know what I'm saying, Typhoon from Dodge? Could it be? Even though, you know, the direct competitor for this vehicle was the SS Trailblazer. But that couldn't even compete.
No.
And another thing they also compared to this was, you're going to laugh, the Porsche Cayenne Turbo.
And we talked about that car.
Yeah, we did. You know what I'm saying? That was also another legend. Well, the GTS was. But this one right here, kid, was retarded. Not for none, only about, in 2007, was only about maybe less than 4,000 was built, son. And all sold, though, by the way.
Yes.
All sold out.
Yes.
First off, do you know the numbers, though? 420 horsepower and 420 foot-pounds of Turks?
I always thought it was higher than that, but go ahead.
I didn't think it was higher than that, but it actually has supercar numbers, though.
Yeah.
Yo, son.
One of the first.
This is what I'm saying. This right here, right, if you ask me, it continued the quest for these utilitarian SUVs to be what they are today, the high-power ones.
Yes.
This is one of them that started it, son. But it all came from that Typhoon. But this one right here, on top of that, right? On top of that, son. This thing.
Right.
I love it. So I ain't go for a lot. I think this was a real great legend. Like, it was just out of control when I was thinking about it. Like, yo, you know what, son? This right here, son, we're going to miss these. These is going to be missed. And that's the problem,
I can't believe I'm hearing this.
What's that?
From a guy who says,
here we go.
Death to SUV. They making SUVs. I can't believe that. But continue on.
Because it's only a few of them.
And it's only showing your growth as an auto phenomenon. So I'm going to keep
Here we go. It's only a few of them, though. It's only a few of them that I'd be like, you know what, son? That was it, son. That was it. And do you know what made this thing really a legend, son? At that time?
Tell me.
This was the second fastest thing Dodge ever built, second to the Viper. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Are you kidding?
Real legends never die.
Wow.
Yo. Are you kidding me, son?
No, that's ridiculous. And let me tell you, they was on the street.
That's what I'm saying. But they was on the street, but you never really seen too many of them, though.
Nope.
Never seen too many of them, son.
Nope. With that being said, man, that was one crazy legend of auto. I was going to tell me that one of them came manual.
I wish I was searching, son. I was searching, son.
Never die.
But with that being said, man, shout out to Sean, S.I. Sean for that legend
Let's
of auto.
go.
Here we go. We're going to jump right into this.
Mods, the newest and freshest. Modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rally Radio.
So it looks like Tag Heuer and Nintendo is getting together to make a nice watch for Super Mario Kart. It's gonna now Tag Heuer is nowhere near cheap.
Nah, son.
And not for nothing, they're very expensive, and they're making a very limited run for the Super Mario Kart joint. I actually thought that was actually interesting. I said, damn, man, who could look at your watch and be like, yo, we got Super Mario on the moment? I think that's crazy.
I think that's fire, too, though, but probably like 3 of them made.
Right, and that's why you know it's going to cost a lot of money. So that right there, just wanted to let y'all know about that, and you know what we got next coming up, right?
It's the Understeer.
Oh, man.
What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
I love the Understeer.
So the Understeer right today, we're going to have to give this to Rivian.
Damn, Rivian.
Rivian stock sinks after 13,000 vehicles are recalled for a steering safety issue. And you want to know what that steering safety issue is?
What?
Somebody didn't put the nuts and bolts on tight enough. Damn. And because of that, people was taking pictures. They was popping up all over Twitter with their cars sitting on their wheels and the whole front control arm hanging off of it. 13,000 vehicles, all was called back so that they can have the bolts sufficiently torqued. That is something you're supposed to do before it comes out. Stop putting the cart before the horse. Stop putting the electronics before the car. So with that being said, Rivian.
It's the Understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
And with
EV,
that,
by the way.
EV. Yes, it is an EV. So they putting the computers before the car. So with that being said, if you're listening on the radio station, we love y'all. We about to be off, sign off, and get off air, whatever. And for those that are tuned in on social media, we love you. We want to say a shout out to all of y'all. Shout out to everybody paying attention, listening. Today is our 99th episode. We've been doing this for 2 years straight.
Let's go.
And next week, we will have our 100th episode with our 100th winner. With our winner of
Shifting Gears.
And a lot of people ain't called for that bread.
Yeah, I'm surprised, son. I'm surprised people ain't call them and see what they showcase their skills. I'm a little nervous about it.
We'll see. We'll take some answers on that day, too.
what?
We may even just dedicate that whole day to calling up to try to get that money. You know how we get down. But with that being said, it's the bearded one here.
S.I. Sean, baby.
Y'all know how we get down, man. And if you ain't got no more to say, I ain't got no more to say. And with that being said, we
are...
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in the Rally Radio.
Where the